Hello and welcome back to this, the second part of my wardrobe build. Now you can see in this video, to start off with, what I'm going to do is take all the sheet materials and reduce them down to manageable sizes, which is what I'm doing at the moment. The material I'm using here is a 3/4 18mm plywood. They come in sheets of 8x4, that's 2.4 by 1.2 meters. I've got to reduce them down to sizes that I can manage to be able to do the next stages. Now, as you've probably noticed on other projects, I've now taken more to not reducing these big boards in the workshop on the saw table. Though it's more than capable of doing so, I find it a lot more difficult that way. What I'm now doing, like you'll see here, is using my rail saw system. It's a track that the saw runs on, and it's absolutely brilliantly precise and very easy to use. As you can see here, you just set the track where you want it with the tape measure, calibrating it exactly, and the saw just runs it along, and the cut from it is quite amazing. Now with this job, I've actually used 4 sheets of the material. I'm also using other things like 6x1 pine stock, and then moving on to preparing it with the paint, because I want the whole wardrobe inside to be white, like you would with a country road one. I want it all white, but it's also got to blend in with the bedroom as well. So here I'm just preparing it all with a primer coat, really, getting it ready. Okay, so just running through the parts that we've got so far. What I've got here is the 3 of the 4 uprights, or the walls to the wardrobe. Now you'll notice one of them, it's a little bit difficult in this light, but this end one here is magnolia on one side, white on the other. Everything else is white on both sides. The reason for that is going to be the outer wall, so it will be matching the bedroom, and will constantly be decorated with the bedroom. The rest of them, 3/4 white on both sides. Over here I've got 3 pieces of 800 by 1200. They'll be reduced once finished to 800 by 500. 6 of them, they'll be for the 500 shelving unit that will go by the window. Then over here I've got another 3 of the 800 by 1200s. This time these will be reduced to 600, which will form the shelvings needed for the other 2 wardrobes, 3 for each. That's the very bottom, the shelf above the bottom drawer, and the shelf dividing the wardrobe hanger to the top cupboard. We don't need one right at the very top. And now I've got the 2 uprights for the 500 unit. One is very narrow, and that's because it's only an inch plate. It will attach to the side of one of the 600. Now, having a saw table like this has a few advantages to it when it's used correctly. And one I find on this one in particular is this plate. All it is a wedge, steel wedge that holds that part of the board still. You've got it clamped there, you've got it clamped there. There's no lifting up. But it also means it can't do any twisting. So you're never going to get any kickback on the saw blade. Upon this side, you just got to make sure the other side doesn't. Right, the next thing I want to do is run them all through at 800, the width ways. And in order to do that, I'm going to set up the other section of this up. So I can get a quick and accurate repeat cut. Because that's what I'm after doing. All I do then is just flip this up and it gives me a stop, and that stop is exactly 90. If not, I've got an adjuster there, which a little turn of the screwdriver will just move that back and forth very slightly to give me that angle. Next thing I need to do is set that, because obviously it's a tape measure and it can be anything still. So I set that to the blade each time. It's a one-off thing, it's very easy, just set to the 100 and just make sure it tallies with my tape measure there. And then lock it off. Right, now that's it nice, that's all perfect, that's set, everything's good. What I'm going to do is set this to 800. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's 800. Okay, now I can run every single piece through there on that. Right, the next thing is to set this back up and run all of them through, giving me a uniform size that way on the ripping. So 500 on one side and 610 on the other. Okay, first the 610s, which most of them will be probably exact already. I might take a millimetre off, I don't know. But it's just is making sure they're all uniform. Right, now set to 500. My preferred method of fixing for this job, what I'm going to be doing is on the shelves going into the uprights will be dowels and pocket screws from underneath. Screwing it all together. The faceplate will attach to the front of these when it's all in place with biscuits. Again, that's the easiest way of doing it. Straight down the centre, popping it on, and that will strengthen that up as well. The strengthening of the shelves will be done by this front plate. There'll be, say, over this span, 4 biscuits in there. That's going to make sure that's good and strong. At the back, there will be a wall plate for the top one. At the bottom, there will be obviously support on the floor one, but there'll be drawers in there, so there'll be no actual weight going on to that very bottom one. The next one in, that's the one that's most likely to get all the weight, with kids jumping in and playing around and such. So that will have a fixed piece going straight down and supporting. But it'll all be out of sight, so it doesn't matter. We can easily camouflage that. Now the height of the bottom shelf, which will be the drawer compartment, is going to be governed by a plug socket that I've got on the wall in the bedroom. What I'm aiming at doing is making one of the drawers a charging station for the gadgets. So when they're finished playing with them, they can open this drawer, plug them in, close the drawer, it's away done. And I want somewhere in which that drawer will be isolated when it's opened. So some kind of a switching system where when I open the drawer, it's isolated, they can plug in. When you close the drawer, it's then connected again. So there'll be some kind of a pillar switch put in there to do that.